Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. I hope y'all are doing wonderfully well. Holy Spirit of the divine, pure, white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective? What does collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? Please and thank you. All right, so I have to be honest with y'all. I pulled some cards, or I thought I was going to do a whole different thing to where I could just pull the cards and then start the video. But it didn't work out for me. It's just something just wasn't, it didn't feel right. So I said, you know what, let me stop playing. Let me stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to and just continue to do it the way I've been doing it. And this is my way. So this could be part of the energy that's going to be picked up on. I don't know, but I knew I needed to mention that to you. But in the reading that I tried to do before this one, it had to do with a Queen of Wands in the reverse, wishing they could turn back time, because I heard share if I could turn back time. And I kind of went into the reading, but y'all, it just didn't have the same zeal. So I said, nope, that isn't for me. I can't do what other readers do when, they turn on the camera, the video starts, there's already cards laid out and they can just go ahead into their little spiel, which is cool. I mean, I wish I could do that, but I can't for some reason. I couldn't read the cards that way. So strange, maybe not strange. I don't know. But I feel like there's some importance with the energy there. Sticking to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. And I feel like it has to do with interpretation, like what works good for you and sticking by that, and maybe not trying to compare or compete with other things, other people. This could be a message for anybody on either side, whether you're light or dark. So I figure for the light, the misinterpretation comes in because maybe you're not feeling confident in something, but just know that the awareness is being spread. The job is being done. Now, whether or not how effective that you feel it is not up for interpretation. That's not what this is. Now, on the dark side, sticking with the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. So that interpretation means, if you're used to, I hate to say this, but if you're used to hanging and rolling with thugs, stick with that. I mean, that may sound terrible for somebody who doesn't know how to interpret that. I don't even know what the hell that means really, but the sentiment is stay where I heard charitable. So if you can do more things where you are in the reference to sticking with the thugs that you're used to, like stick with that. Meaning don't dive off into the deep end, into something you really don't know, because I feel maybe you wanting, and I'm talking to the dark side right now, maybe you wanting like quicker results or better results than what you've been getting, even though, you've not been operating in the positive of vibrations. This means don't go off into the deep into something that you're not even used to or, prepared for a certain outcome of. Yeah. Wow. All right. Let's get into the cards, y'all. But we understand balance here on this channel. We talk about light and dark because I know there is dark energies listening, but the channel is designed for divine ones. But in hopes to get the dark workers, to maybe choose the light one day, if that's what it is, then at least they can come and be inspired by us, right? Because we go through it too, like it's no different. Anyway, at the bottom of the deck, y'all, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So I'm hearing denied right now. Spirit, tell me more about the Page of Pentacles reverse. Please remove any and all limitations at this time for clarity of thought and messages. Thank you. I heard gross revenue here. What's the interpretation here, Spirit? So This is giving a quality of, at the end of the day, like how much was it worth? And with this Page of Pentacles being in reverse, it looks like somebody's in the red. It looks like they lost. It looks like it didn't amount up to what they thought it would be. Maybe what they were left stranded with, that got ripped from them. So, it's like a throw me a bone sort of energy. What they did catch and receive was also kind of taken away from them. So at the end of the day, they were stripped. Whoever's in this Page of Pentacles reverse energy. It seemed like a good investment at the time, a great opportunity for them to enter into something with almost like having, nothing to contribute to, like an investment. Like if they brought $100, they will come back with 1,000. This was more or less like all you have to do really is just show up and you can get paid. But now they're in this reverse position, realizing that they have completely nothing to show for what they've just been through with that gross revenue energy. So this definitely has to do with them looking and saying to themselves, what the hell did I get myself into? But it's giving after the fact, but still not over yet. All right, y'all, that's what we're about to get into here. So let's slide on over to, I'm looking at the moon card, and below the moon card is, or underneath the moon card, is the Four of Swords reversed. So I'm hearing the plan failed, but if this is giving me like somebody like in hiding, like they're trying to be hidden behind the moon, and the moon holds all the secrets. So them hiding whatever's in this Four of Swords reverse means that it feels like they're in a comfortable position because they can't really be out in the open at this time. There's something about them wanting to keep themselves hidden. And I'm hearing it's based on what people will say. Spirit, what else is going on with this energy? This is giving me like a shack in the woods. I'm just giving y'all what I'm seeing. Somebody who's kind of hiding out there in a shack. It's freezing cold. Of course, the shack is just basically like a boarded up one room like house that someone had once upon a time. It's giving fugitive even. Like that's their only choice. It's not like they can go. Of course, staying with friends and families would be out of the picture here. And I hear it's based on the severity of what's going on here that they are now hiding, like this fugitive energy. They don't want to get caught or revealed. They don't want whatever this is to come out. But it's, the fact that they're in the woods, in this shack, means they can't check into a hotel, obviously. They don't have a vehicle that they can stay in. So this is their only option here. Like they can't even risk being like on the streets, because I'm hearing the streets have ears and eyes, so they can't even do that. They, and I'm talking about homelessness. I heard they've been put out of like every kind of shelter. So I guess if word gets around, I don't know how that works, thank God. But I don't know, if the shelters, them being like organizations, they have to, of course, have rules in place. But when those rules are not taken seriously, they have to hold that person accountable. But then the accountability is them sharing that information with neighboring organizations. Like, this one right here was caught with a handgun. This one right here violated this, and they knew they weren't supposed to, but they did it anyway. So they got sent to jail or back to whatever institution they came from before they arrived at the shelter. So I feel like there's this kind of banter going on between this person and then organizations that are put in place to help someone like them. It's like they've totally like disrespected any and all kinds of help at this point. So that shack in the woods is their only and best option right now. I'm hearing if it weren't for that, this person would just be roaming the streets. But, you know, what we heard was the streets have ears and eyes. So that wouldn't even be a safe place for them at this point. Let me see what the connecting card is. Turn this over. We have the Sun card. Wow. How are we going to have the Sun and the Moon? And then the Four of Swords reverse, meaning they need to come out of hiding, but they're obviously not because they're comfortable hiding behind this secret of a Moon card energy. That Sun card lets me know that they are being looked for. I feel like that's the interpretation here. When the sun comes out, this person has to show their face. Somebody has to have seen this person. So that lets me know there are people on the ground looking for this individual. And that sun tells me there's going to be such a relief once this person is found. Let me ask you, collective, when's the last time you've heard from this person? Like, there has to have been some sort of energy to where they specifically would have called by now. They would have texted by now. You know, they don't want nothing. It was just more or less to try to keep a connection with you. But because they were getting the cold shoulder from you, it possibly kind of faded away, but it never really went away completely. So there was that chance for a little pop-up here and there. But when's the last time you had a pop-up from this person? And that could be just by way of communication, text, email, whatever. A phone call. Oh, I didn't mean to dial you. Yeah, they did. They did. Has it been a while? Something to think about, y'all. And I keep getting the energy of somebody receiving a letter in the mail, but that letter happens to be from jail. Somebody's going to handwrite you a letter, and possibly it could be this person. So that's another thing that kind of has been resonating in my mind for somebody who might be quote unquote MIA. And of course, this is someone you don't keep contact with at all. And possibly not even their family members. So it's not like you have a relationship to where you can just kind of pick up the phone or text like their immediate family and be like, hey, have you, because you don't care. So it's like, why would I reach out to family to see where they are? Like, but this is just a little insight to let you know this person's hiding from people who are looking for them. That energy's come up before. So if we're talking about someone who's in and out of institutions, and when they find help, you know, they get kicked out of, though I'm hearing residential. So they get kicked out of a lot of places that people have taken them in. I mean, but nobody wants to be held accountable for this person's actions because they totally disregard and disrespect any rules that have been put in place. Or just off of morality, like things tell you, like, you know, if somebody offers you to come stay with them, of course you're supposed to treat this place as if it were your own. Like, you don't want to have this person out the, you know, the love of and compassion in their heart. You don't want to come and terrorize them in their own home and make them feel like they don't want to go home because you're there. Like, people with moral codes, like, they know like how that works. You don't put somebody in a position that's helping you. You don't want to put them in a position where they feel like they've, you know, made a mistake. This person right here could care less. This person would want to see you not have what you have that you shared with them. That's the sickness, that's the illness that this person's operating under. But that's like a demonic attachment. Let's just call it what it is. They don't have a place to stay, so you invite them in. You know, you open them, you welcome them with open arms. They can help themselves to whatever's in the refrigerator. But this person's trying to set you up for a robbery. Like, you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. Yeah, like who does that? This person. All right, y'all, we got some more cards over here. So I do see the Five of Wands. It's on its side. This is conflict, and then it's potential conflict. It's like, you know, you don't have to show me a second time who you really are, sort of thing. But for some reason, this person gets a pass. They tend to have favor when it comes to people giving them passes. You know, one time somebody may overlook it and say, I know you're going through a rough patch, so it's okay. You know, it's fine. Just, you know, can we just not let that happen again? You know, like somebody's bargaining with them to not be an asshole to them. This person seems to always run into these kind of characters. It's, you know, but it's one thing that this person, they can sniff out these potentials that are going to be easy on them or be easy for them to become their prey. Yeah. All right, let's look at these cards here below this 5 of Wands. We have the 10 of Wands. I'm just going to call all of these cards out and spread them out and get a collective energy on these. 5 of Cups, Strength card, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and then the 2 of Pentacles. So I immediately got an energy with that 4 of Wands and that 10 of Pentacles that there is an opportunity, but I feel like it's coming by way of a passing of a family member, that this person will be able to receive some sort of lump sum of money, which, you know, we can call an inheritance because the 10 of Pentacles being here. Excuse me for that. I had to get my thoughts out. The 2 of Pentacles here means that there's a decision that's looming around this 10 of Pentacles, I feel, in family, how family feels about it. I feel like the 4 of Wands has to do with, I know it's a family gathering, but I don't know if it's necessarily like a celebration. But the fact that these people, these family members have total control. So you know what this is telling me? This is telling me they're considering that this, I'm hearing an outcast family member, which I feel is this person who's hiding. I feel like now there's some sort of like, what's the word? Meaning the family members have come together and they're happy that this person has been outcast, so they're not part of this equation when it comes to this inheritance. I feel like that's the decision of this 2 of Pentacles. I feel like they've decided that whatever family member is transitioning, this family member already had a stain of disapproval on this person who's in hiding. So therefore, the family members that remain are okay with that. They're okay with that separation continuing of this outcast family member. Meaning they're not quick to invite this person to the reading of the will. Maybe because they can't find them. Maybe that's one. But they're figuring too, this person who's in hiding caused the family a really rough go at things, like for years, for a lifetime, for a long time. This person has always caused problems, so why should they even be considered? I don't feel like it's even a question. The only person is going to be a question to is this person who's hiding. They're going to say, where's my share? I have every right to this share as much as y'all do. But the fact that the person who left people in charge, that's who has the final say here. And they have no words for this person who is hiding. I heard abandonment. So this might turn into a he said, she said, because that person's no longer here. So the person who left whatever inheritance this is, 10 of Pentacles, they can't speak for themselves. They can't come in and say, well, what I really said, or, well, I guess we can change the wording in the will. I guess we can go ahead and maybe say that if it's XYZ, then that would qualify you, hidden person, whoever's hiding. But they can't do that. This person's gone. So I'm hearing changing of the will as if that's some sort of ceremony or something. Like it's like they would have to go through all of these loops to be able to include this person who's hiding because they were obviously left out. But again, with the 4 of Wands, I think no one here is really concerned about how this person feels. The one who's hiding, who's been left out. They don't care. I have the Strength card reverse. I have the Five of Cups. I have the Ten of Wands. They could care less. They don't care that this person has been out in the cold homeless. They don't care that this person's in some sort of regret. Five of Cups. Now they want to come around and apologize because the inheritance is here. It's available. They don't care that this person left a lot of unhealed trauma within the family. Meaning there were opportunities for this person to make things right, to set a different course with the family members, apologize, all that good stuff, pay back money that was stolen, whatever all of that means, because that's what I'm getting. But they never did it. They didn't do it. So this family is kick rocks. Let's get some clarifiers on, because I need to know what's going on with the person in hiding. What's next for... Let me use the Lenormand deck for clarifiers. What's next for this person? Because obviously, if they're in hiding, how are they going to get, to challenge this will that they probably know nothing about right now? Because they can't come out of where they are, or they risk being found, caught. Sun card, which would be a good thing. Because again, I feel like the reason they're in the woods in a shack is because of just the circumstances of why they feel they need to be there. I had a word, it starts with a V. I think I said it before, but it escaped my mind when I needed it. Severity. No, the severity of what was done. That's what it was. They can't come out of hiding. But they're also missing out on challenging this will. All right, y'all, here we go. So there's a card that flipped in a deck. Oh, there's a few. I'll just lay those out. So we have the owls at the bottom of the clarifying deck. So this speaks of wisdom, messages. This is even higher self energy. So this person is receiving intuitive hits here. This person in hiding. The messengers let me know that they still have guidance here. So they would have to be led to know, hey, something's not right. They would have to internally in their body and their soul feel that something's not right. And it could be the passing of a family member. Once they transition, this person's going to get that buzz or whatever happens to let you know, or whatever message in the sky. The owls are there as well, that this person transitioned, or maybe they have an inkling that they need to go check on this person. But then, by then it's too late. So they really can't fix anything. But that was the whole point with the family members. They're like, well, when they were here, you didn't try to fix anything. But now that they're gone, now it's a he said, she said, or whatever's written in this will is what they're going to stand by. There's not going to be any adjustments, even though this person will wish that they could know now so they can challenge it while this person's still alive. But I feel that it's going to be too late. Once they get word or that indication, that intuitive hit that this person passed, it's going to be too late. All right, what else we got here, y'all? So I have, let's see, this is the Tower card, this number 19, but it's reverse. But the Tower is a different meaning from, it's in the Lenormand, it's a different Tower meaning than in the Rider-Waite. This Tower means actually being in a high place, meaning royalty, regalness, not having to worry about anything. But in the reverse, it means that's gone. You're no longer, well, I'm hearing right now you're no longer protected, because it's connected to the Sun card where people are looking for this person. They're not protected. But we did say that they can't even walk the streets in the daytime, y'all. And I feel like that has to do with street justice energy. Not only are there possibly agents looking for this person, you also got people on the streets that are looking for payback. Because it feels like people, I was getting junkie, crack house, trap house. I don't know what you call them these days. But even this person would go as low as to rip off, the people who were helping them. And I'm realizing that also has a double meaning. So when they were looking for places to stay, that's when I was getting the crack house interpretation. But It could have been either way. It could have been someone they met that had a nice apartment or a decent apartment that didn't have like some sort of supervision sort of set up to where they had to check in or a curfew or anything like that. It could have been that as well. But the other part of that was, you know, that they can't even get along with people in the crack house. Like even the crack house, they don't want them there. Goodness gracious. So I say all that to say with the street justice, you have people on the streets, like street people looking for. Y'all, the channel, okay, the channel energy in the beginning. I did say for the dark side people, stick to the thugs that you're used to. Like don't jump into the deep end, getting into something more sinister than what you're prepared to handle. That was for this person. Like you already running from junkies, like, and y'all forgive me. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be or make light of someone's habit. Not trying to do that. I'm just telling you the low of the lowest vibration is going on with this person, and I mentioned that in the channeling, like the lowest of the low. So you can imagine they're really, really down and out. That Page of Pentacles reverse, I told you that even what they had to kind of hang on to is even stripped from them. All right, let's see what else is here, y'all. So this is like the male number 1 card. There's like 2 male figures, 28 and 29, but this is 28, so that's 1. And we have the compass card, we have the dice, we have the mountains, and we have the luck card. Interesting. I said this person, okay, so I'm hearing this person can talk their way up out anything, but why would they need to talk their way up out anything if they weren't trying to like be manipulative? So that's one thing that this person has going for them. But I said there's something about, you know, who they deal with. They seem to get like a second chance. Look, the good luck card is number 2. They seem to always get like another opportunity to screw somebody over. And the risk card, the dice, that goes without saying, you know, them taking that chance, that opportunity. The mountain card, meaning like there's a rough climb, but, you know, once you get to the top, you can start to come down. But I feel like this person always is going to look at something as a challenge. Even when it's not. Like I said, they run into like the most compassionate people that really wanted to try to help them. But to them, it was still, to this person who was wanting to take advantage of an opportunity of somebody being so open and compassionate and nice and honest with them, they still looked at it as some sort of mountain, that it was some sort of obstacle. When this person was genuinely just trying to be nice to them, why did this person have to turn it into some sort of game? Another reference with the dice, confirmation. Why did they have to make it a challenge here? Mountain card. This compass card, they say with the Lenormand deck, whatever that north is pointing to, then that's very significant, like the direction this person's headed in. So if I lay the cards down as they were, I'm looking right at the Sun card. So that's what's next. I even asked before I got clarified, I was like, I wanted to know what's next. This person's going to be caught. I heard apprehended. So they're going to be taken into custody. That's what apprehended means to me. Not caught by, you know, the people who want street justice. No, they're actually going to be caught by authorities. So when you, don't be surprised when you receive that letter in the mail that I mentioned in the beginning. All right, I got one more card here, you guys. This is how it fell, so I'm just going to turn it over. It's the Lilies card. So this is symbolism or symbolic of like a church with the stained glass windows, but ultimately this would represent like peace or passing, funeral flowers, that sort of energy, y'all. So we were in that with what the family's going to do with this inheritance, and that this person right here who is part of the family, but they've been ousted. The family members who have, you know, some sort of control over what's going on with this will, they're telling this person who's hiding to kick rocks. Like, yeah. All right, y'all. I hope this helps. Let me see. I want to see what's behind this Page of Pentacles before we go. Behind the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, the Devil card reverse. Lover's card reverse. Whoops, whoops. Justice card reverse. And the King of Pentacles. King of Cups. That's their partner. I wonder if their partner knows where they are. Them and the partner could be on the run together, y'all. Three of Swords right behind that King of Cups. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not about to break into a whole nother reading on these two, but you know, we were talking about opportunities and investments earlier on, so that King of Pentacles is right on target. Because I said something about they could just show up and then come back with money. So whatever this was that they were doing, it required little to no investment. So, and perhaps that's how they met that King of Cups. All right, y'all. I hope this helps.